Banner, a 3-year-old Siberian Husky, serves as a medical psychiatric support dog for her owner, Whitney Braley. Since she was a puppy, Banner has been trained to detect PTSD and anxiety attacks in Whitney. When Whitney experiences panic attacks due to her PTSD, Banner provides comfort and guides her away from crowded areas. Additionally, Banner can identify migraines and changes in blood pressure. During one of their walks in the woods, Banner suddenly started running ahead, leading Whitney to a surprising discovery. Being a purebred husky, Banner has a high energy level and requires ample exercise. Whitney willingly takes Banner for long walks in the nearby forest to help him release his energy. Despite any challenges Whitney may be facing, she ensures Banner's exercise routine remains consistent. These forest hikes not only allow Banner to enjoy the outdoors but also provide her with the freedom to explore without a leash. Whitney trusts Banner's strong attachment and understanding, believing that even without a leash, Banner will prioritize her safety and return when necessary. This mutual trust strengthens their bond and allows Whitney to rely on Banner for support and companionship during their walks. Whitney had a daily routine of walking along a trail near the woods, where she would joyfully release Banner to roam freely. Banner would usually return in high spirits, unbothered by anything in the forest. However, on this particular day, when Banner came back, she seemed off. Something was clearly bothering her. Banner, typically submissive and obedient, was now not following Whitney's commands. Despite Whitney's attempts to use a serious voice and direct Banner to go home, Banner was insistent on staying. This behavior was unusual for Banner, leaving Whitney puzzled and concerned. Animals like humans can sometimes display childlike behaviors, such as refusing to move when they are enjoying themselves. However, in Banner's case, it was evident that she was not simply having fun, she was troubled by something. Whitney noticed this as Banner began tugging at her clothes, seemingly trying to communicate something. Whitney started to worry that Banner's behavior might be a sign of a health issue. She checked Banner's vitals, but they appeared normal. Eventually, Banner began pulling Whitney back to the path they had just come from, indicating that she wanted to return to a specific spot. Banner's determination to return to the woods indicated to Whitney that something serious was happening there. Whitney decided to follow Banner's lead and investigate the disturbance. As they ventured deeper into the woods, Banner seemed more at ease. In the distance, Whitney noticed an object that stood out from the natural surroundings. As they approached, she realized it was a box. Banner rushed towards it, and Whitney followed, curious about what had caught Banner's attention. Banner pawed at the box, prompting Whitney to wonder if Banner was playing or simply curious about the unusual discovery. When Whitney opened the box, she was shocked by what she found. At first, she thought she saw knots of black and white fur, leading her to believe it was a skunk. However, upon closer inspection, she realized it was a box full of newborn kittens. Whitney, who had previously been a part of a rescue team for fostering animals, was deeply saddened by the sight. Despite the fact that it had not rained that day, the kittens were frozen, indicating they had been abandoned in the cold. Whitney was not just heartbroken, she was outraged at the cruelty of abandoning helpless kittens in such a manner. It was a difficult decision to take the kittens to a shelter, as Whitney wondered if she was their only hope for survival. The kittens were only a day old, and their mother was nowhere to be found. Banner, with her experience in animal rescue, immediately sprang into action. She carefully picked up one kitten at a time with her mouth and gently hugged them. Whitney was astonished by Banner's determination and compassion. Without wasting any time, Whitney and Banner rushed back home to save the kittens. Whitney gathered heating blankets and supplies for the newborns, while Banner attentively watched over them. At first, Whitney was puzzled by Banner's behavior, but she soon realized that Banner had been preparing for this moment since she was a puppy. In just one day, Banner had saved a total of 7 kittens. The good fortune of these kittens did not end there. It was a tough decision to take the kittens to a shelter, as Whitney wondered if she was their only hope for survival. The kittens were only a day old, and their mother was nowhere to be found. Banner, with her experience in animal rescue, immediately sprang into action. She carefully picked up one kitten at a time with her mouth and gently hugged them. Whitney was astonished by Banner's determination and compassion. Without wasting any time, Whitney and Banner rushed back home to save the kittens. Whitney gathered heating blankets and supplies for the newborns, while Banner attentively watched over them. At first, Whitney was puzzled by Banner's behavior, but she soon realized that Banner had been preparing for this moment since she was a puppy. In just one day, Banner had saved a total of 7 kittens. The good fortune of these kittens did not end there. Banner played a crucial role in caring for the kittens, treating them as part of the family by cleaning, snuggling, and snoozing with them. This created a secure and joyful environment for their growth. Whitney ensured their health needs were met as they grew, with Banner providing constant emotional support and affection. Whitney, well-equipped for fostering, planned to raise the kittens for the coming months. As they matured into healthy adults, to raise awareness about animal abandonment and showcase Banner's selflessness. She hoped their tale would inspire others to take action against such injustices. Thanks to Whitney and Banner's efforts, the kittens received proper vaccinations and regained their health in the months following their rescue, establishing Whitney and Banner as the top foster team in the area. Whitney believes everything happens for a reason and acknowledges the unique bond between Banner and kittens. After the incident, it became evident that Banner had a special affinity for kittens, making them her favorite to care for. Through their partnership, Whitney and Banner embody compassion and heroism in their own ways.